history of our species is one of hardship and adaptation. For most of our 300,000-year existence, humans lived in small nomadic groups, migrating from place to place in search of food and shelter. Our lives were tough, short and brutish, just as our buddy Winston Churchill described the English in the 20th century. But, over time, we slowly learned how to farm, domesticate animals, and build more sophisticated tools. We started living in cities, then started raising huge monuments to ourselves like the pyramids of Giza. And finally, after thousands of years of tinkering, we split the atom and launched rockets to the moon. So that's nice, bit. Something else also happened over the course of human history. Something that might be even more remarkable than all those other things combined, too. Over the past 12,000 years or so, humans have gone from being hunter-gatherers with a population of maybe 10,000 to a species that numbers over 8 billion, spread across countless cities and nations, each with their own culture, language, and way of life. This leap forward wasn't easy, and it certainly wasn't uniform. Every so often, some idiot would come along and burn everything to the ground. But against all odds, humanity not only survived but thrived. And no matter what happens next, we can take solace in knowing that we made it further than any other species ever has. Now, if you're feeling especially philosophical today, you might be wondering why it was us and not the dinosaurs or some other species that ended up dominating the planet. And honestly, there's no good answer to that question. Evolution doesn't give out participation trophies. It's a brutal game of survival of the fittest, where the only reward is the ability to pass on your genes. Some scientists think our big brains helped us develop complex languages and plan for the future, which allowed us to cooperate in larger numbers and outcompete other species for resources. Others argue that our opposable thumbs were actually more important because they allowed us to use tools, build shelters, and ultimately control our environment. But whatever the reason or reasons, here we are. And now we're ready to take the next step. The late Stephen Hawking once said that if the universe has a purpose, it's up to us to find it. Because if there was any other species capable of doing science, philosophy, or anything else we consider uniquely human, they'd have done it by now. The only problem is, we don't know exactly what we're looking for. If we did, we could probably settle down and get to work. But since we don't, we're left to wander the universe, searching for answers to questions we don't even know how to ask yet. You know what else has been searching the universe for answers? Tupperware. That's right, say. Company that makes your favorite plastic food storage containers is also pouring billions of dollars into developing technologies that will help us find planets outside of our solar system that might be suitable for life. Now, this isn't exactly the kind of space exploration most people think about when they dream about the future, but it's an essential first step if we want to get off this planet. There is a lot of talk these days about setting up colonies on Mars, or the Moon, or even in space itself. But unless we find a new Earth-like planet somewhere else in the Milky Way, our best bet is going to be some combination of the Moon and Mars. Of course, we won't be able to do any of that until we solve some serious problems here at home. We need to clean up our environment, find a sustainable source of energy, and put a stop to all this senseless violence. But if we can do those things, then who knows what the future will hold? Maybe we'll find another planet with life on it and make first contact with an alien civilization. Or maybe we'll discover some new physical law that allows us to travel faster than light or become immortal. Or maybe, just maybe, we'll find a way to understand the universe and our place in it. So let's raise a glass to the past, present, and future of our species. Here's to hoping we make it through the next 12,000 years as gracefully as we've made it through the last. Speaking of the future, if you're anything like me, you spend a lot of time thinking about what the world will be like when your spaceship finally touches down on the red planet. Or maybe you're more of a near-term thinker and you're just curious what the world will be like when self-driving cars become commonplace. Well, if you are, you're in luck because Brilliant has a course for that. Their courses are super interactive with tons of visualizations and follow-up questions to make sure you really understand the concepts being taught.